Well, we go on, and little is known about Di Bondone's early career, but it's thought that his first venture out of Florence was with his master to Assisi to paint the fresco at the Church of San Francisco. E scrivono pure i francesi, no? They were the francesi. This famous fresco, while almost universally accepted as being largely Di Bondone's work, have never actually been proven so. In fact, once Cimabue came to Giotto and said, would you please do this painting for me? And Bondone say, stai fresco. And that's Cimabue, but how can you do the painting so fast? And Bondone say, well, I have a lot of technique. It's fantastic, say Cimabue. Say Giotto, why don't you learn something from me? Because even Dante wrote about this. He say, but how can you painting so fast? He say, just say, stai fresco. Okay. Di Bondone quickly moved away from his master's stringently medieval painting style, opting instead for a much less stylized and elongated technique. His brushes strokes were tighter overall, making for more realistic-looking human subjects, also the mutant. Through his most productive years, Di Bondone traveled all around Italy and painting fresco in all the city, in various religious houses. The public, it seemed like Di Bondone fresco, new style of painting in which humans were represented as they truly are, and we don't make a comment about this. Di Bondone spent a great deal of time studying his fellow men so that he could reproduce e si faceva un coppa a bistecchiere carne arrossuta, perché felle carne ci volevano, accurately expression of grief, joy, shock, and welter of other emotion. Among other things, Giotto was intent of showing humans in natural states, minus all the stiff religious grandeur that typically appeared in art teretò. And what is this teretò? An important esempio of this is Ogni Santi Madonna. Infatti, to the modern eye, its style is not particularly remarkable. However, compared to similar work of his time, it was revolutionary. The Madonna is quite naturally holding her baby leg, rather than simply gesturing toward him, and her head is upright and proud, not tilted demurely downward. My English is getting really better. Di Bondone continued to modify and refine his style through his middle years, completing the fresco at the Church of San Francisco in Assisi. Well, this was a very important church because there were a lot of French people, and we called in Naples i Francesi, in Assisi. But it's you must be careful because Francis is San Francesco de Assisi was a great priest in that period. And it's better that you go to read something about this because sino tu stai sempre come un ciuccio. You are always like an asshole. His masterwork, the Scrovegni Chapel, often called the Arena Chapel, that was, you remember when there was a guy that first he tried to be a lawyer and then he became a very good trumpet player and his name was Arena and everybody they call him a Feller Arena with the lawyer applied. It was completed in 1305 and received widespread critical acclaim e anche Rockefeller Carne Rossuto. He also completed the Santa Croce chapels in Florence during this period of his life, the most notable of which is the Peruzzi Chapel, che si è pure in porta un sacco di tempo fa. In his personal life, Di Bondone was happy and content, but tranne quando si va a sposare. He had married an Italian woman named Ricevuta di Lapo del Pelo, and she was very famous because every day she went to the post office to take a cambialone. And together they had cambialone is like a big piece of paper in the middle that you pay on the cambialone and then they get money back. And she was named in fact Cambialone, but he called her Ricevuta di Lapo del Pelo, and together they had 6 children because they make a lot of noise. In fact, the neighbors say, "Ma what are you doing? Some fresco?" No, I'm just making some bunga bunga. and say, can I do also with your wife? And Giotto says, stai frisca? Answer, now that you see this, I make another frisco for you. Say, can I watch? No, you go home and pay the cambialone. It has been suggested, although never proven, that Giotto was a somewhat religious man. It is not that he supported primo cambialone, ha ricevuto, e poi pure i bullet tra luce. The bullets of the bullets is not the bullets that you shoot someone. The bullets in Naples is the bullet. Quando tu vai a pagare, when you go to pay the light. But if there's no light, then you don't have to pay. So you have to choose, because if you have the light, then you have to pay a lot. But if you o lot, no lot. O lot, it's in Napolitan is milk, but it's not milk. You have to pay a lot, means that you have pay, they say in Spanish, mucho macho. The ideals of the Franciscans, and even named two of his children, Francesco and Chiara. Thank you very much.